Should I tell this dream story first? Okay. So we got a real interesting one. This actually just happened like yesterday, I think. And dude, you're gonna die. So yesterday I had a dream, and super weird because it's someone that I don't typically talk to on a day-to-day basis.
What's the last time you talked to this person?
Like probably just in passing, like replying to each other's like stories like that. But I had a dream and she was in it, and I was like, I'm not going to say her name. I don't want to put her business out there, but I had this dream that she.
I'm sorry. Excuse my throat.
So. Okay, so in my dream I had to like get something off of my chest, and I called someone up, and it was her, and I called her and I was like, hey, like, and I felt really bad because I just kind of started saying like all my problems and like trauma dumping on her, and in the end I felt really bad, but she stayed on the line, and she stayed with me, and she was like, it's cool, you're gonna be fine or whatever. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, well, it was just another dream. Like sometimes I have random people like show up in my dreams. I didn't think anything of it. So whatever, the day goes on, and I get a message later in the day, and it was her, and I was like, stop. And then she was like, hey, here, I'll pull it up. She was like, hey, can I share something with you? And I was like, hey, yeah. And she was like, so this might be a little weird, but when I messaged you, I had just woken up from a nap where I had a dream. And it was a personal story of hers. And she said that when she woke up from her dream, she felt like she couldn't tell anyone like closely related to her or like people around her. She said that her first thought was like, I gotta tell Jackie, just because it's something like we always talk about on here, like dreams and their significance and stuff like that. So when she woke up, she was like, oh, this is like super heavy, and she's like, I gotta tell Jackie. And I was like, stop. Because I just had a dream about you that I like came to you for like advice and stuff. And like now you're coming to me to tell me like this dream. And I thought it was so crazy. Like I honest to God thought I was like, what the fuck? But we shared a good moment. Yeah.
Damn near like gave me goosebumps just thinking about it. I thought she was gonna tell you that you had called her in the dream, like telling you all this, and she wanted to make sure you're okay. But fuck, that's crazy though.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
I told my boyfriend, and I feel like I didn't get the reaction I wanted from him. He was like, what? Like, that's crazy. But I'm like, no, it really is.
Did you guys talk more about it?
Me and him, or me and her?
You and her. Like about the dreams, or like the connection of the dreams, or anything?
Yeah. We had a long talk, and I think it's something she's gonna like reflect on and like keep dear to her heart, which I think it was a special dream of hers, and I think it's her story to tell, so it's nice.
Hey, young America, we need to talk about something called grass. Not that grass. I'm talking about marijuana. It's stimulating, mind expanding.
That's awesome, dude. That's really special to share that with someone. I heard there's like been a bunch of videos popping up that said that the thoughts and the dreams that you have can be like from someone else. So like if you ever get like a random thought throughout the day, or you think of someone randomly, it's most likely because like they're sending you, like they're thinking about you, so they're sending you like that energy. So that's cool.
Damn.
My friends think I need to get a limpia.
Stop. You have bad vibras.
Dude, over the past like month, I've had like 3-4 incidents with my car. The tire getting locked out of my car. My AC was broken.
And like your car's very new.
Yeah, 2019.
So like What the fuck is going on?
But these are all like bad luck things, right? So like locking myself out of my car, like typical, like, you know, whatever, it happens. I was like, okay, whatever. But like the AC, it was like a little hole that was punctured by like a rock on the road or something. And
That's
so
so
like that's what the guy
random.
told me. Exactly. Maybe it happens frequently, I don't know. But even then I was like, okay, like this is what the fuck is going on?
Dude, yeah.
And then what was it? What was that thing I said? Fuck.
Oh, the tire.
Yeah, and then the tire got popped, and then I got hit with the in front of your place on 4th of July.
Do you think it was a bullet or do you think it was a firework?
No, I don't think it was either. So I talked to him after my dad saw it. He said that someone likely just came up to it and just like hit it with something, with like a pipe or something.
What?
Because like the entry to the car, it looks like blunt force.
Right. But I really like. Why would someone want to fuck with your car?
I mean,
like,
people are
that's what
just
I don't
like
get it.
people are just like walking down and just do stupid shit like that.
Dang. Dude, that's fucked up.
It was bogus, bro.
Dude, it really was. But that's why I was like, I don't really know what it is because from the picture, it came from like an angle. So I was like, this is very like specific. You know?
So think about that. So like if you're going in, hitting like swinging a pipe or something, that end is gonna have a lot more dent than like where
where it's like
it's
scraping
closer
to
to
get
your
in.
hand, right?
Right.
So that's why he thinks like it was like hit. And the fact that they didn't even break the window or anything, they didn't weren't trying to get in. They were just
Right.
trying to hit shit, which is even more bogus because like now I
Right.
have to deal with like the insurance and shit.
That's fucked up.
And that was saying like the deductible was like damn near like $500.
Holy shit.
It depends like what they want to do, but yeah. So I'm
What
like,
the fuck?
fuck.
Dude, did you park like right in front?
Yeah, like right in front.
Let me know if you want me to hit up my landlord because we have a camera like in front.
I mean, sure, if you have a camera, then maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I doubt they're gonna find the person or anything. Well, I mean, for insurance purposes, I guess.
Right.
But,
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
yeah, but yeah, my friends think I should get Olympia.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
We got any followers out there that can do a good limpia?
That'd be cool, dude. What if it's fucking Honda themselves because they called me, they wanting to buy my used car because used cars are really high prices right now. So they called me wanting to buy it, and the dude's just trying to fuck me over. I was like, look, you called me wanting to buy my car, and you're trying to get me to pay more, like for this car. I had everything like I did the math for everything, like how much I was gonna end up owing after like 4 or 5 years, and the dude was trying to get me to pay more than that. And I was like, this is the number that I want to pay after interest, after everything. I don't want to pay anything more than that. And he's like, well, what if? And I was like, no, I'm like not trying to. I'm not trying to pay anything more than that. And I was just like just going back and forth. And eventually I was like, look, like I'm just gonna leave because I don't want to deal with these. Like you're just basically just bullshitting me, like trying to get me
Right.
to pay more or whatever for this car.
What the fuck? You think this person tracked you down?
Dude, maybe.
What the
He has
fuck?
all my info, the fucking name, address,
Oh,
everything.
Shit. He's
Yeah.
been following you. He followed you here. Stop.
Dude, my car's gonna be gone.
What the
Fuck.
fuck?
Let me not say that. Oh, you know how pissed I'd. Oh
What
my
the fuck?
god.
Let's
For
not
real,
knock
on
on
wood
this
for
one
that
because it's
one.
real wood.
Oh, this one's real cool. Oh, this is like that, the church school shit.
Stop. Everyone that comes in here is like, oh, like, I think your apartment's like haunted. Or, like the building because it's built on like an old Catholic school.
Have you heard anything?
Well, sometimes I think I do, but I think I'm just like psyching myself out.
What
Like
do you
I-
hear?
Well, like sometimes we would hear like kids out like okay, so last night it was like, dude, it was like 4 a.m. this morning, and me and my boyfriend woke up because there was like people outside, but it sounded like kids, like they were playing, and we're like, what the fuck? It's like 4 a.m. And we didn't go look. I mean, we were like sleeping, but we're just like, what the fuck is that? And in the morning, he was like, dude, did you hear those like kids? And I'm like, dude, yeah, like it was so early. There's like, what the fuck? Like, and like school's out too. So I don't know.
That is so creepy.
But it wasn't like creepy. It was just like, what the fuck?
How is that not creepy to you? You
Because
live
they're
in a
just
fucking
being
church
loud.
school. What do you mean? It's fucking dead kids outside, like
Stop.
playing.
Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna like see some shit in the dark. But no. The hallways are always like lit up. The lights are always on out there, so
You know what's like
it's fine.
my worst fear?
What?
It's just like seeing some shit in the window, especially because I'm on the second floor. So if I look at my window and I see like a figure, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But that shit is so scary. We're gonna have to play the Ouija board for one of these episodes.
Ooh, no.
I think we have to.
You can do it. Yo, what? Do it here in the school? What the fuck? No, we can do it in your haunted room with the 13 on the window.
Quit playing. You saw the 13? It wasn't even 13, right? That shit looked like it was.
Yeah, well, when you
was
showed
like
me,
3 threes.
I was like, I thought it was gonna be way more like clearer and stuff, but it was not. I was like, this doesn't look like it, but okay.
We kind of switched the schedules around for recording. We typically recorded at like 8, 9 in the morning, and then now we're doing it at what time? It's like 5.
It's like 5 or 6. Yeah.
And so like I don't know. I come fucking exhausted from work, like exhausted. Like in the morning after I smoke, I'm more uppity. Like I'm like
Yeah.
ready for the day. But after work and I smoke, it's like fuck. Like I'm trying to
I'm trying to
go to
chill.
sleep, chill.
I
yeah.
feel you. Damn, dude. And I've been off for a week at my job because of my fucked up shoulder, and I have to go back tomorrow, and it's not a vibe. Actually, I think I might quit. Oh, you know why? Okay, so I have an interview on Thursday, and I had it for like 11, or I have it for 11, but I guess the time of the interview, it's 11, but like LA time. So it's 9:30 and I'm going to be at work, and they're not going to give me a chance to like miss work again after being off for like a week.
Is this the job that you actually want?
Yeah.
Dude, you have to miss.
Well, I'm gonna, but that's why I'm just like, I might as well put my 2 weeks in because they're just not going to let it fly. You know? Like, it's really done. But also because of my shoulder, it's just now starting to feel better, and I already have to go back. Like, it's not going to get any better until I leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I mean,
It's fine. Like, I can do without it. You know, it's okay. But fuck it.
dude, that'd be so cool though if you get that new one. And that's at 9:30. Fuck.
Dude, yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you
when I
prep for
realized.
interviews? Yeah.
I like read up on the company or whatever, but for the most part, I kind of freestyle the actual interview.
That's cool. I get so nervous. It's like the same feeling from doing,
Like a speech.
yeah, like in your classes. What is it called when you do like a
Oh, public
presentation
speaking?
or something? Just public speaking in general, I guess. But it's like the same feeling to me.
Damn, we're gonna have to do like a live pod one day. Like, oh, remember when we saw that one, fuck, what was it, like convention or whatever, where like the prize was, oh, you get to live stream a live podcast during this like convention or whatever. I feel like, dude, that'd be so cool. People just around us like walking and watching, and we're just like here.
See, I'd have to prep for that. Definitely
Really?
have to prep. Yeah, hell yeah. There's no way I can just like go in, especially with all these people right there. You could damn near feel them breathe on you. You're gonna tell me that like they're staring at you. That's so scary.
Dude, you have to prepare yourself. We gotta do a TED Talk.
So
one
if you
day.
had a TED Talk, right? What would you talk about?
Shit. I don't know.
You take out notepad.
I think it would just kind of be the gist of what we talk about here, like the topics we have on here, and being first gen. Because I've seen a couple like TED Talks, and I don't really know what it is that they're like supposed to be talking about. They just like tell stories and stuff, and I'm just like, I kind of got the gist of like what they were trying to say, but I don't know what I learned. But there's always like a common theme to all of it, which is why I feel like I could do it, you know?
You know, I
think
feel
it'd
like
be
I can
fun.
trust you because you actually like TED Talks. Like people, I've had 2 people told me that they don't like TED Talks, and those people I don't really talk to anymore like that. But but like I actually enjoy the fact that you enjoy them. It's cool.
They're good. I think it's the storytelling aspect that I like, which is kind of what I try to follow now. You know, I like a good story.
I was thinking that today about, you know how we were asked the question, what other podcast do we listen to? I was thinking, as I was listening to Duncan Trussell's podcast, it was another episode with Dan Harmon, and they usually tell stories, and I feel like those are the podcasts that I genuinely enjoy, like of his, like his episodes. And I was thinking more about like what you had said about like interview, or what we were talking about, like interview style versus conversation, like storytelling.
Right.
Like I definitely enjoy the storytelling and
I feel like it's
conversation a lot
yeah.
better than interview style.
It's a lot more personal, I feel like. And I don't know, interview style, like you just have to do it really well. Because they're so common and no one wants to hear the same questions. Like, I'm sorry, it's boring after a while. Especially if you do it with every single guest. You ask these like same questions and stuff. Like the person could be really fucking cool and interesting, but if you don't ask them the right questions, like your interview is gonna be boring.
Right.
You know? Which I feel like is why a lot of people fuck with Nardwar. Even though I think he's so head ass, he is a good interviewer. He is. Sean, fuck, I forget his name.
I think it says Shawn Mendes.
No.
Fuck. What's his last name? From Hot Ones.
From Hot Ones, yeah.
It's not Sean Evans, right?
I think it is Sean Evans.
Is it Sean Evans?
Sean. No, just kidding. Sean Evans, yeah. They're just good. They actually do their in-depth research of everyone, and they give them cool gifts.
So you
and
think
stuff.
Sean Evans is the one like actually doing the research and stuff? Like you don't think like he has a team of people?
Oh,
writing
well,
up these
he
questions
definitely
for him?
has a team of people, but he's the one like asking these questions, you know, and he's asked them in a way. It's like you're hanging out with a friend, you know.
Right.
He's very friendly faced. He has a kind face. There's very few people I know that have very kind faces. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the bong.
We also got a new review, by the way. Did you see?
No way. Wow.
Saturday.
Let's read it.
Let's see. Oh shit! 2 Saturday. Damn, it's a long ass review. I'll read it all. So this one's from Chief Wolf 666. I appreciate your honesty. Found y'all on TikTok. Love the content, and also appreciate y'all having some tough conversations openly and on air. Love from. I'm guessing this is Minnesota. Am I? Right?
I think that's Missouri.
Oh, Missouri.
Or no, I think that's Michigan.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I've only
I
ever had to
appreciate
know
it
one.
Wherever you are. We
And
love it.
then
Thank you.
Here's the
Let me
second one. I'll
see.
give you the long one.
What the fuck? Why? Okay. This one is from Valerie. I'm guessing that's how you say it. A good laugh and understanding. I love it. I wish I had a mic too to join in. Oh, sorry, I can't read. I wish I had a mic too to join in and add my personal experience and stories. I love the topics that you guys bring up. Growing up Mexican, we know the struggles, and it's cool to see others experience, especially since you guys grew up in a different area than I did. They grew up in the border city of El Paso, Texas. You guys are awesome. Also, shout out to the TikTok. That's how I found you guys. Oh, and she dropped her Insta. So we'll give her a little follow on the Insta. Guys, thank you so much. I think it's really cool to see people like reach out and just share their thoughts.
Shout out to TikTok though. That's crazy.
Dude,
bro.
yeah. I feel like lately it's been really doing well.
We gotta do something big for like 1 million likes.
Stop. That's not that far away. I'm not going to lie.
It's like 35-40% of the way there. But it's only gonna keep snowballing. But I don't know. Maybe we should do something.
That'd be really cool.
We also want to do another 10th episode
Oh, yeah.
soon.
Yeah, we're probably going to do that soon so we are going to hit a year on the 31st of July. So we'll officially have a whole year of recording and pushing out stuff for everyone. And I think it'd be cool to do another tent. We definitely got to bring it back for something special, you know?
This has been cool though. Really appreciate everyone for listening. Honestly.
Yeah, we just also hit 10K. We're almost at 11K actually. In a whole day, we gained almost another 1,000 followers on TikTok, which I think is really cool.
Okay, so this got me thinking. So remember how you said two kinds of people, right? That shit stuck with me like ever since. The sicko or sick fuck. I don't know why that shit stuck with me, but it stuck with me. And so I was at a gas station, right? And I was filling up my car, and I started just think about like how money is basically the same thing as like, like in-game currency. So like video games, right?
Right.
And how in a video game, if you want to do something, you got to keep doing it to get better, and like you eventually like you beat it. And I think because you said you were a sicko, and you were saying how like you look at everything as like a game.
Right.
Why do you think it is that you could stick with like graphic design is like what you know you want to do? So like you're gonna get better at it, and then eventually like you get a job from it, and like there's like levels to it. So do you think that because you're a sicko, I'm sorry, this shit always gets me coughing.
I even put a little ice in it for you.
Because I'm sorry, I'm gonna get you water. I apologize. Okay. So because you're a sicko, do you think that you're able to stick to like that one thing and like just do that? Basically, like that's what you know you want to do for like the rest of your life, right?
Maybe not for the rest of my life, but it's something I want to make a career out of for sure. And I think it's the way I make it out to be a game is like, let's say I play a game in real life. The way I want to play the game is by just being good at it. Like, I don't want to quit the game like, oh, this shit is too hard, and like never pick it back up. Like, I want to play the game until I'm good, not till I get like bored of it, but just till I know like, okay, I got this down. I can like change if I want to. And that's where I am in the game right now.
Right.
We're just trying to get really good and just be good. But was that kind of like your like sicko question?
Yeah, that was like the question.
Okay.
That's like the reason why. Like I don't know. I feel like I have such a hard time sticking to one thing because I feel like I always want to change stuff.
So
and,
is
like,
this
get
because
better
you're
at
a
bunch
sick
of stuff.
fuck?
I don't know. I think like that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Like, this shit is not a game to you. Like, this shit is real life. Yeah.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, like this is all real.
I feel you.
But I wasn't sure if like there was any correlation between the two.
Of
Of like not knowing or like not not knowing what you want to do or like stick with, but just like always wanting to change it basically.
right. I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, tons of people do it, and you just have to, if that's what you enjoy, go ahead and do it. I don't think that, like, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't stick to one thing. Others probably think that I'm inconsistent or whatever. It's just like, no, that's not your thing, and you just want to go to the next thing, See if you enjoy it. It's just trying stuff out in life, and I think you should do that,
I agree.
Growing up, did your parents ever talk to you or your siblings about like dating and stuff like that, or not really?
I think all they ever told us was one like no girls in the room. Don't get any girl pregnant, and my mom always said to treat them good. Like she 100% always said that.
Oh,
But my dad never really talked to us about that stuff. He kind of just was like, okay, this is happening now. Like my kids are at that age where they're gonna start bringing home girlfriends. Like, okay, we're gonna start transitioning into, I guess, a different mindset.
yeah. I was asking because, like, growing up, my parents, they didn't really talk to any of us about that stuff until I think it was when my older sister was in high school because she got like her first boyfriend, like her freshman or sophomore year of high school. And he was the neighbor. He was like her
Oh
neighbor. He
shit!
still lives there, like
How
back home.
convenient.
But I think that's when they realized like, oh shit, like they're gonna start dating now, and like they like boys. And my parents, not that they said this to us at a young age, they said it as we were a little older, like in our teen years, like in high school. Like, don't get caught up in just one like boyfriend. Definitely date around because you have to know what you like and what you don't like. And that's always very much stuck with me. You know, where it's like, dude, we're not married. Chill out. Like, you don't got to do all that.
And what is like
And
doing all that to you?
that's just like, and I know this is gonna sound like, oh well, like this is more like adult and stuff, but I found myself in high school because I was in a very long term relationship. It was about 5 years. You find yourself doing like some wife shit that it's just like it's for what, literally for what, and that's just like something I was like, no, like this isn't it, and that's doing too much.
So what was that for you though?
It was very much like, well, I don't know if I told that story already. Stop. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Did the power go off?
I think so. Dude, look at the oven. It's off. Dude, I'm fucking scared,
You
bitch.
saw them blinking. I was like, oh my
Yes, what the
god.
fuck? Stop, I'm gonna cry. Hold on. Let me finish my thought though, for real. um, I told the story of my scammer ex-boyfriend that I had back in high school. Like I would do the most for him. He didn't have a car. He didn't have a job. And I would do most of the stuff of like transporting him around. He would very much ditch a lot of school. I don't know why. He was a terrible communicator, but I would find myself getting up really early in the morning and picking him up and then taking him to school and then driving him home. And then when he got a job at Burger King, and he worked until they closed, which was around midnight. And I would stay up until midnight, drive him home from work, and then get up in the morning, take him to school like, every single day.
Dude,
And
you did the most.
I did the most. And that was until he was able to get a car. And even then, I didn't feel like things were reciprocated because I did the most, you know? And I was just kind of like, oh. And I was like, what the fuck? But yeah.
I think like if he was putting in more of an effort, or was that it? Like if he was putting in an effort in school and everything, like he was working his ass off or whatever, right? Like would you have minded still doing him those favors? Because you saw that he was like genuinely doing all this work and whatnot. Like if he was like going to school and working afterwards, and like he had a reason to be doing it.
Yeah, and I was never mad that he had to like go to work, and like I wanted him to go to school. Unfortunately, he wasn't going to graduate, and I was like, no, you have to graduate. And he ended up going to the alternative high school. So he was really trying, you know, which was very admirable, and I like to think that I partook in that like journey of his,
Like
to
helping him, encouraging him.
to be able to graduate, because like, you know, obviously we all graduated and stuff, but I feel like the relationship itself was just not amazing. And looking back today, actually, at the age that I am now, at the age that I had then when we started dating, which was about 14, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And it's not something that, if I were younger again, it's not something that I would ever want to do, or I would
hope not.
Yeah. So I don't want to say regret it, but there's a lot of things that as an adult now make me sad that I had happen, I guess.
But
to
you had
me.
that happen to you at such a young age. Like you were able to learn from that experience so young. So like
But like, is that good?
That's a really good question. But I don't know. I think it depends how you look at it. Because like now after the relationship, you know how what you want, like what you
Right.
don't want. But should you have experienced that at such a young age? No, I don't think anyone should ever experience that.
Right.
But I think I don't know. It's fucking tough to end hurt. You know, so like you're just gonna keep passing it on to the next person.
Right.
Do you feel like your next relationship that followed after that was the person doing uh the opposite? So like now did you become your ex basically?
I guess that depends in like what way. Um,
Because I guess in my experience, right, with if I had one ex where she let's say like she put in a lot more effort than I did, right? And then I didn't notice until after the relationship ended. So then at the next relationship, I ended up being the person who put in more effort, but then that new girlfriend is now me who didn't put in any effort. So like it's basically like me teaching myself a lesson. Like this is what you were, and now that you know both sides, you can move on, and you can move on from that. Learn something new, basically.
sorry guys. I guess there's a ComEd power outage and it was kind of spooky. But to answer your question about if you think I repeated the same patterns as like my ex did to me, I guess, I would say no. I would say that I did the same thing as in like doing the most or like caring too much and putting too much effort into the relationship. And I just went for a guy that gave me the exact same energy back. So it was kind of popped, but
Which is what you're in
which
now.
was like, no.
Oh, you
Or
mean like that the relationship after your first?
the relationship after my first. And I hadn't dated because obviously it was like a very long-term relationship and it was in high school, so I didn't know what it was like to date or to talk to other people until I went to college and then when I was like seeing other people and stuff. So it was very much new and that's why I feel like I couldn't differentiate who I thought was good for me and who wasn't because I went for someone who also lacked effort in a lot of stuff. So it's a lesson you just gotta learn, you know,
How quick do you think you could pick up on that now? Like if someone's gonna give
pretty
you like less
quickly.
effort, because you know how like the beginning, dude, just like obviously like the honeymoon phase and all that shit, and people are trying to put on the best impression.
Right.
So like how when is a point where you realize that like okay, like I'm starting to
Now I
realize
know.
like, the patterns.
I would say now pretty quickly just because after that second relationship, I was like, fuck this. Like, I hate dating and I don't want to basically do this if everyone's going to be the same. But that was my mentality like, oh, all these guys are the same, whatever. But I was like, no, it's just like, I just go for the wrong dudes. And after that, when I did talk to other people and stuff, I think very early on they can show you who they are, even though it is like the honeymoon phase. You know, if they want something serious, like they're gonna cuff you. You know, if they really want to be with you, that's and it's something that I've learned to now know with absolutely everyone in my life is if they wanted to, they would. You know, so if they want to be with you and take you seriously, they very much would. But yeah.
I like that. So at first when I started the first time I saw if they wanted to they would. I'm sorry, I'm fucking high right now, so I know I'm like stuttering and shit, but okay. So when I first saw that like if they wanted to they would, I feel like I wasn't like a big fan of it. I was like I don't really like agree with this, but now the way that the way I look at it is like if like for example, if you're dating a guy, right? And he doesn't get you flowers. Even though you want him to, he's probably not because he's just like not the guy to get you flowers. But maybe because like he hasn't like done that before. Like, you know what I mean? So like would do you is that if that's something that you want, is that something you have to ask for? instead of just like expecting it.
I don't think it's something you ask for. I think it's something that's expressed like, oh, I really like it when people give me flowers, especially like people I'm dating and stuff like that. So they're kind of in the know. I think it all comes down to really good communication. I think that's the most basic foundation that everyone should have, obviously,
Right.
because it's probably the most important thing in a relationship, you know?
What happened to the Grays trivia night thing? I meant to ask you that the other night.
So I reached out to a lot of pages and stuff, and no one hit me back.
Damn, they're
Yeah,
bogus.
no one hit me back, and I wrote like so many DMs, like I wrote a couple emails and stuff, and like no one was down to do it, and I was like, what the fuck? But I'm still gonna try again until it hits one day, because I mean the week of like eating disorder awareness, it's once a week in like the end of March and stuff. So I know if I tell people and get the buzz going early enough, someone's gonna hook on. I just know it. But I think it'd be really cool. And I still definitely want it to happen. Especially right now the show's still going, And they did renew for a 18th season, so
I saw that. It was above like on Netflix. Wow, that's fucking crazy. How many episodes is a season typically?
about 24, I think. 24 or 25. Something like that. It's so good. This new season though, I don't know about that, but what show were you watching? Did you start watching The Handmaid's Tale or no?
No, I was watching
Oh.
Atypical.
Oh, okay. You have to do Handmaid's Tale next.
What's it called?
The Handmaid's Tale. It's on Hulu.
Oh, I don't have Hulu.
Ooh, it's pobre. I'm just kidding. I'll pass you the login.
I appreciate it.
Did your brothers don't have Hulu?
I think Pedro had like the free one for a second, and then that's when he gave us the info, but then ended up being not free anymore.
Oh, so he
So I
doesn't
think
have
he
it.
canceled it, right?
Oh, damn.
I've been going on Amazon a lot more lately.
Oh, really?
They have some really good picks, dude.
Dude, nice. Do they have Vivarium for free or no?
Oh, on Amazon? I think I saw it on there. I'm pretty sure.
Because I'm
on
pretty
there.
sure it's only on Prime. Like, it's definitely only on there, which is so good. I like the movie. We got it because, like, my old roommate, I think his dad had, like, a free trial or whatever, and we're just like, fuck yeah. But it was really good.
It gave me like the same feeling of being like stuck in a loop, because obviously it was a loop, but
Right.
like,
But
that
it was
feeling's
a
so
loop,
stressful.
but dude, it was like a 30-minute loop, and it was very slow, so it felt longer. I feel you. Very unsettling. I like it though.
I liked seeing Michael Cera. It's not Michael Cera. It's not Michael Cera, right?
Chill.
What's his
I don't
name?
know his name, but he's the guy from The Social Network.
Damn.
I don't know his name either. I'm sorry.
But I like seeing him in that role because
Oh,
it's
really?
a very it was kind of serious role. Usually he's in a funny character.
Yeah, more like a comedy style. Yeah, I really like that about it too. Do you ever want to get married?
Yeah.
Like, this is something you for sure want one day.
I think so. At the moment I do.
So, like, what kind of wedding would you like? I know they ask girls a lot, like, your dream wedding, whatever, but what's a guy's dream wedding?
Well, I would want a destination wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, tiene dinero.
Well, like hopefully, yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be like the goal in order to pay for like 20 people. Like this is our gift almost to you guys. Like thank you for coming and joining us on this day.
Right. Where would you
So-
want to go?
That's a really good question.
Cancun.
No, when I was in was this Mexico? No, I think this was Guatemala. There was like this hotel near where I was at my Airbnb, and they have this like huge. I wouldn't even call it a chapel, but I guess if it's a chapel, but it was like outdoors. It was so nice, so nice. And I saw that they were prepping for a wedding there when I was, because they have like a huge like center to the hotel, and like center as in like there's trees and shit in the middle of it, and anyone can just walk in and shoot.
Oh,
But
that's cool.
yeah, dude, it's gorgeous. I think that would be cool.
So something definitely outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Has to be like a good day. Like maybe like almost fall. I guess like September.
Oh, okay. Nice.
How about
What's the
you?
weather like in September over there, though? It's still nice.
It's really nice, yeah. It only drops down to like dude damn near like 70 degrees, 65 degrees,
Oh,
maybe
wow.
60 at night during the winter.
Nice.
And so it doesn't get that cold over there at all. But it stays at around like 80, 85.
Wow. People over there must be just so much more happier. I feel like when you have
Dude.
sun all the time, you're just a happier person. Maybe
Yeah.
now with like the humidity and stuff, that's Florida. Those people are scary. But when you have like good heat and good heat to sun ratio, it's good.
And that's what it is over there. Everyone's just chilling.
Oh,
Everyone knows each other. It was like the coolest part getting off of after my uncle picked me up on his moped. He picked me up in the center, and like as we're driving back up to their place, they're just saying hi to everybody, and he's like, "Oh, this is Pedro's kid, like he hasn't been here in 20 years."
your brother
Or
Pedro's
25.
kid.
Oh yeah, my dad's name is Pedro too, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't
you didn't know that? You're
this.
just like you're being serious?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Oh, that's cool.
So he was like everyone just knows each other. It's really cool.
Very community based.
That's what I like.
Strong.
Yeah.
Would you want it to be color coordinated? What's your dream color scheme?
I'm terrible at picking out colors. I mean, I like shit like this. I don't even know what this is. It's
Damn,
green
we're gonna have a Kim and
shorts.
Kanye wedding. Neutral as fuck.
No, I
Everyone's
think
gonna
I
wear
would.
Yeezy slides.
That'd be cool. No, but I think I would want to wear like the actual tux, like black tux and everything. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Nice. A tux or like a suit.
A suit, like a nice tailored suit. Maybe I can like get away with like a different color other than black, but
That's up to your wife.
yeah, basically whatever color they want to pick.
Oh.
Are you trying to
that's
get
fun.
married?
I don't know about all that. I don't know about any of that actually. I don't know if I want to get married. I for sure don't think I want to have kids, which is why like getting married is iffy because of that, But I mean, people have kids and they're not married, or they, vice versa. But I think what I look for is just a life partner. Just someone to share like all the experiences with, someone that I of course love and all that stuff.
That's really nice.
And I mean, my boyfriend's been very, very adventurous. So he, for now, and hopefully for the future, he's my life partner.
The more you tell me about your trip, like the more I'm excited for you to go. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a lot of fun. He's really excited. He's never been out of the country, so
Oh wow!
it's gonna be cool.
Look at you taking him back home.
Ew. No, but this is actually very funny, or maybe not. I don't know, but so the place where I'm from, I mean, it's my dad's rancho. I feel like I've talked about it before. It's not like a super developed place. There's still dirt roads, all that stuff. And my mom she's always like, pero ustedes no le dan pena, because my older sister's also, she's bringing her fiance, and he's Vietnamese. He's been to Vietnam, and he's like, dude, it's the same over there. It's not glamorous or anything like that. It's just regular. It's like a simple living, pretty much. And yeah, my mom's like, you guys no les da vergüenza o no les da pena llevar a los muchachos allá? And I was like, no, like why? Like why would I be embarrassed? And she's like, ay, es que no hay carretera, hay puro caballo, hay burros, whatever. And I'm like, well, the fuck am I supposed to do about that, Like they also want to go, they're excited, and I've told my boyfriend like, this isn't like some vacation spot that we're not going to go stay in some hotel, like we're staying at the crib. And he's like, dude, I don't care. He was like, I would rather stay at a spot where I know that I would experience like actual living rather than like stay at a hotel and have it basically be like the US, just somewhere else. He's like, I think that's extremely boring. So I think he's excited.
That's cool. I'm glad that he's like looking forward to that too. Because a lot of people wouldn't take like they're just so used to living one certain way that
Yeah.
they're just like this is a whole new world to them.
But yeah.
Do you guys have like big goals, like big trips planned ahead for you guys?
Well, right now the plan is for him to graduate, and he's really close to doing that. I think in the next like year, hopefully. And he does want to find like a good studio job, in a really nice studio. He's been working towards, getting a good spot and stuff like that. And for now, I think my mission is to still be here. I don't know if I want to be here, let's say 5 years from now, but I know that he wants to start his career here too. And he's been very patient with me because I've been out of college for a couple years. And like I've wanted to start my career here and do all that stuff. So obviously I want to do the same for him and have him start his and then, just go from there. But it's sacrifices, it's imbalance. It's what it's all about.
When we had originally met, you said you wanted to end up like living in it was like Wyoming or something.
I think that'd be really fun. I actually talked about this the other day with him. I was like, "You don't want some cows? Like you don't want to raise some like goats?" And he was like, "You can have goats in the city." And I was like, "I know. Like that's why you would move somewhere else." And he was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Okay." I feel like he doesn't really like the country life, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna take another bong hit because this is stressing me out.
Go ahead. We apologize for those on YouTube. The camera's like switched like 3 times already, but we're shooting on a phone right now because the fucking battery died and then the electricity's out, so we can't even charge the battery. So we're trying to make it work. We appreciate you guys for being understanding and patient with us.
Thanks, guys, but I forgot my water bottle over there. But let me get the question out first. I wanted to ask you about, I guess you did mention before that your parents did get married very young. And I know it's very common for a lot of people in the Latinx community to get married very young and have kids very young and stuff. And how now, present day, the rate of divorce is, it's extremely high.
50%.
So,
right?
And do you think that there is still the same amount of people getting divorced in the Latino community, or do you think people are very much staying in their relationships because that's just how it's always been?
I don't know. Man, I mean, I can only speak from my own personal experience, but from what I know, I think my parents, at this point, they got married so young that they just knew each other at a whole different time. Like their personality, everything just like different about them, right? And it's like now that they're so much older and they've argued and whatnot, and they're arguing at the moment, and like whatever shit happens in your family. I just don't think they're the same people when they met. Because my mom was like damn near 15. So like you're gonna tell me this 15-year-old is the same person that you think, or is the same person? She's 75, 25. So she's like 46 right now. So there's no way it's the same person, especially after like 3 kids and like long marriages and all this stuff with family. Like there's so much change that they're no longer
they're not the same people. Right.
Yeah.
And I know we mentioned it before about a person and the stage that they are. You don't know how this person's going to be when they become a parent.
Right.
That's like a whole new person when they become something else, and damn, like sticking it out with a person for that long, ever since you were 15, that is so long, So I would understand why people would get divorces, especially if you're from like a young marriage and stuff. But do you think that your parents see something else for you in the future? Because I guess I'm asking if back in the past, and this is why I brought up like dating and stuff, do you think they kind of didn't want you to date super young, or they wanted you to wait?
I mean, now that I think about it, my mom did say like don't like settle too early or like don't have kids early. Basically, don't make the same mistakes we did.
Right.
And that saddens me to think because the only reason why she probably said that was because I don't think she regrets having kids, right? But I think she saw a whole different life for her when she arrived here because this
Right.
was supposed to be like the American dream. You come here, you work, and like you have this glorious life.
Right.
And then not that it wasn't glorious, but maybe it just wasn't what she pictured, and like that saddens me because now that we're all grown up, I hope that she realizes that maybe she does know, maybe I don't give her enough credit, but I hope she realizes that she doesn't need to remain being a mom.
Right.
Like she can go chase her own dreams if she has dreams. If she wants to travel, if she wants to do this, like go do it. Because I don't want someone to say that you're getting older, but she's getting older, and
Right.
like who knows? Like to live to 100 isn't guaranteed. So just because you're 46 now, 50 soon, doesn't mean you lived half your life. Half your life could have been 10 years ago, and you don't even know it.
Right.
So I want her to go and do all this stuff. And same thing for my dad. I know I don't really talk about my dad often, but same thing for my dad. I definitely want him to do whatever it is. I want him to retire fucking tomorrow if he wanted to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Do you think that they talk about this with each other? And because when you talk about, I want my mom to live her dreams and do that, and I want my dad to also do the same, sometimes like they can do it, maybe just not together, you know?
I don't know what they talk about together, to be honest with you. Like today, I think just because like things are really weird at the moment, but today I heard them talking, and then I came downstairs to eat with them, and they got quiet, and then they started talking about like the news. So maybe I don't know if they were trying to hide something. I don't think they were, but it seems like the dynamic just like switched.
Do you think it was because it was just you there? Because like their child was there, and I got to put up a front for the kids, or no?
I don't think my dad knows how to have. See, like, I don't want to say this either because it sounds bad. Like, I know what I'm saying, like, sounds like I'm just, like, thinking it, right? But it's, like, patterns that I've picked up on. And, like, my dad, when he's with my mom and I hear them talking, it's much more different conversations than when we're sitting down with them. When we're sitting down with my dad and, like, we're talking to him, like, I talked to my dad a couple times over the past couple days, and it was either about money-related, work-related, or, like, car-related. Like, that was it.
It's man stuff.
I
Dad,
guess.
son things.
But like the conversations I hear him having with my mom just like aren't those conversations.
Right.
And I don't know. So I don't know what they talk about when they're in private, but I hope it is that, they're planning stuff for themselves or separately or together. But I don't know. How about, do you know for your parents? Like, do you feel like they have a very open dialogue with each other?
I think they do. I think now that my older sister and I are gone, and my little sister has started her career, and all that, they are finding themselves by themselves more, by themselves with each other. And I think that's when they're having more conversations. And I also think they're learning new things about each other just because they've always had us around. And now they're kind of, okay, well, like the kids are gone, so, what are we going to do? And they are very much in a space where they do want to achieve different things, but they do want to do it together, So my dad has like dreams and all this stuff, and like my mom supports him, and like my mom wants to do stuff, and, they just support each other doing what they want to do just together. And I think that also set the standard for me on balance and what I like to look for in a partner, someone that can, like I said before, make sacrifices and, stick it out, because this is someone that you want to spend your life with. So
Right.
I think it's important because I don't think it's realistic to think like, oh, like I'm never going to make a sacrifice for this person, or like you don't want to do the same thing I want to do. Like, No.
It's impossible.
Right. And I think it's very much a balance thing, which is what they do. And I know right now that my grandma, she's my mom's mom. She's my last living grandparent, and she's very old. She's 90, 91, around there. And, you know, she can't take care of herself anymore. So my mom is taking care of her. And I know that my grandma wasn't the best mom to my mom, but my mom does feel a responsibility to care for her in what she knows is going to be her last years because it's not looking like it's going to be a long time, you know? So right now, the rest of my aunts and my uncles, like, this is going to sound bad, but I don't care. Like, they're kind of pieces of shit. Like, they don't want to care for her. And I will say I do understand both parties because, like I said, my grandma wasn't the best parent. You know, she's very much old school, toxic, all that stuff, very cold, whatever. And now as she's like older, her kids don't want to take care of her. You know, they're like, "Well, you did me super bogus growing up, like all the way until now that I'm an adult." Because even when they visit her, they take her in and all that stuff. Like my grandma does talk shit to them. And my mom's like, "Oh, well, she's like really old. She doesn't know what she's saying." But like a hint of like who she really is, like is in her words, you know? So I do get both parties. I do feel a little sad for her because her kids are, you know, neglectful, but I understand why. They don't really talk to her and stuff. But it just really sucks because my mom has to take care of her most of the time because of that. And she knows, she's like talked to my dad about it, and she knows that, you know, she doesn't have a long time. And they want to make everything as comfortable and as easy for her as possible. And my dad wants to do more stuff in Mexico right now, just building some more stuff out there for later on when he wants to retire. But he knows that this was really important to my mom, and she can't do it alone because they both work full time. So he's making the sacrifice right now to help her out and take care of the suegra, you know? So that's very much what they're doing right now. And hopefully in the future, they get to resume what's next for them.
That's awesome, dude. That's a huge sacrifice. Like, is that what you look for in a partner? Like, if you had to go help your mom and like take care of her for, let's say, 20 years, and like your partner was just like not about it.
Yeah, I think.
How do you even deal with that? To be honest, because like that's
Right.
not even a situation you're gonna be put into like later, hopefully. If
Right. And I think seeing that situation unfold recently, because it's just been started, I guess, it's something that I really thought about where I was like, holy shit, what if I'm in this position one day with my mom? You know, because I mean, it's happening to my grandma. It's genetic, you know. My grandma has like dementia or Alzheimer's, sorry. And it does like run in the family, I feel like. So the chances of my mom like having it is, I just never know. You know, I'm never going to know until it happens. So I'm just like, fuck, if I'm in that position, I wouldn't even know half the things that my mom knows how to do to take care of my grandma. Like, how do you even know how much to feed her and like all this other shit? Like, you have to bathe her, you have to change her, you have to like give her the medication. If she feels ill, she does all these home remedies, you know, and she knows what's high in nutrients to feed her because once old people get old, like they don't want to eat. They do not have an appetite, and it's like really dangerous for them. So you have to like make sure that they eat and eat something nutritious in case they miss a meal or whatever. So it's just a lot of stuff like that. And I'm like, holy shit, like I would not know any of this if like I was in my mom's position. So that's what I was thinking. And just knowing that my dad is also there with her, I'm just like, holy shit, I probably couldn't do it by myself. And I would want someone that cares like my dad cares for someone that's not even his mom,
Yeah.
you know? So, yeah, I would say it's something I look for in a partner that, because when you marry someone or you're going to be with someone for a very long time, you tie into the family. And if you can't tie into my family and be all about them, and I get like you have your own family too and stuff, but that's where I come in and I'm going to be all about yours too. So it's just something that I look for because family to me is probably like the most important thing.
Right. Fuck. Do you think your sisters are ready to take on that role too, if they had to?
I don't even think they think about stuff like that. I'm not going to lie. I don't think so.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think they just don't think the same way, where it's like they probably just see it and they're just like, oh, okay. But like for me, it's like, holy shit, like this could be me. And I think that just goes back to me like overthinking like certain things or whatever. But yeah,
Can you have that conversation with your mom? Do you think so?
about what?
Like if you were to just ask her, like, mom, like, what is it that you would want? Would you want me to take care of you? And like, what is it that you need, like, would want, basically, you know?
I have had wanting. Sorry, I have been wanting to ask her those kind of questions, but I just don't think they've come up. I think when my grandpa passed back in February, both of my parents expressed how they wanted to be buried because unfortunately, and this is super sad to think about, but my grandpa did not want to get cremated. He wanted his body buried with my grandma, even though my grandma did get cremated because she was here and obviously they had to transport her body. And it was just really, really sad because Mexico at the time, I'm not too sure if they're still doing it now, but most deaths were due to COVID, right? And instead of having to, there's a lot of process with handling the bodies and stuff like that. It was just a really weird time. And they had to cremate all the bodies that passed away. So he wasn't able to get buried, but he was cremated and put next to my grandma. And it was something that my dad talked about during his service and how, you know, you should have these conversations with your kids now that they know, because he was saying, you know, our parents had those conversations and unfortunately for my grandpa it wasn't able to happen, but we did the best we could and he knows that. So he eventually, him and my mom, they told us like, you know, we want to be buried. I think my mom, if I remember right, she wants to be cremated, but we did talk about that kind of stuff. But I did want to talk to her about, I guess, the going up to that point, like when she's older and stuff, because I really do think that if anyone would put their life on hold to take care of her, I think it would be me, you know? Not to say that my sisters don't care, like they obviously do, but I don't think they would be there like she's with her mom like I would be, you know?
I don't even know what to say. I'm like, just, wow. All my mom's ever told me is that she wants to be cremated and then like thrown into the river where where she grew up.
Oh, that's really
And
sweet.
that's all I know from her. My dad's never talked about it at all. Again, for I don't know what reason, but I could see him wanting to be cremated and taken back to Guatemala if he didn't die over there. But I hope that sounds bad, but like I hope he passes in Guatemala
Oh,
because
okay.
like that man just loves being there so much that would be like, you know, the best place for him to go.
Right.
Because
right.
over here it's like it's cool, but
Like, this isn't where you're from.
right.
Yeah. I do know that my mom, I think, wants to be buried with my grandpa, her dad, who actually passed a very long time ago when I was a kid. But that's also something that I thought about and was like, damn, my parents are not going to get buried together, you know? And if they were to be buried together, I would also want to be buried with them. Make a spot for me. But I was like, oh, well, my dad, I wonder if he's going to want to be buried with his parents, or his siblings, because like my grandpa, my mom's dad, is like somewhere else, and she's going to go over there too. So just knowing that they're going to be like separated and stuff, I don't know.
But like, that's what they want. That's what
I
they
know,
want.
but what about me?
I was
I
get to
gonna go?
pick one. Oh
Yeah, I
shit!
can't do that. Just
Buried
scatter
with a
my
dog.
ashes. No, for real. Bury me where we found all of our Mexico dogs.
Dude, my mom wants to make Mia into like, she wants to
A
stuff Mia.
taxidermy
Yeah,
thing.
and then like put her around the house, and Jonathan jokes around. He's, I'm gonna come over and just like punt her, like every once in a while.
That's so fucked up. No, and then you have to like trick him. You have to like play pranks on him so he gets really scared. That would be so funny.
Remember like my turtle story where it's like floating in the window?
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Oh yeah, put it on like some sticks and just like.
See, if Mia was to come back and haunt someone, it would definitely be Jonathan. She does not fuck with Jonathan. Bro, they're like little siblings just like going at it all the time.
Maybe, oh, dude, dogs know some shit. Maybe Jonathan's haunted.
Since Jonathan fucks with her a lot. So like the other day my mom was carrying her and he just comes and like pushes her head in a little
Just
bit.
pushes her little soft spots. I'm dead.
But anytime she sees or smells Jonathan come into the house, she just starts like, she
Oh,
already
a
knows.
man.
She growls.
Disgusting.
Also, did you grow up seeing your parents fight at all? Or like were they very like private about that? Or how was their arguing?
No, I definitely saw them fight, like a lot. Especially more when I was a kid, because I don't think they thought that we would understand because we were kids, but I definitely remember. And if I remember, I'm pretty sure my older sister remembers. So yeah, they did used to fight a lot when we were kids, and then also I know it's very common, but my dad was an alcoholic. I would still say he is because I don't think that goes away. But yeah, so it was like really bad when we were younger, but now he's like, I think he's very much settled down, and they don't fight as much. So I think it's just the regular amount.
Right. Can I use your bathroom?
Yeah.
I'm like fucking antsy.
Don't tell me you broke your.
You wanna know what I pictured when I was in there?
Stop. The nun.
No, when
Oh.
when I looked up at the shower curtain to be a little kid there. Like with their head like that.
Stop it. I had to pee. Now I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it. Okay.
The electricity ain't coming back for a minute.
Okay.
But I like that you had brought up that you said your dad had kind of like settled, because I feel like my dad had that same, like it's like he's almost like fizzing out. Like he used to get very angry and like, immediately like my dad's world record for taking off the belt, dude, it was like 2 seconds. Like that shit was so quick. You just it's out.
What
And
the
so like
fuck?
it was just very reactive. But at a certain point, I don't even know like when or what caused this, but he just was like done with it. And I remember him having that conversation with us, like saying that he's just tired of fighting. And maybe like he also was talking about like himself in a way. It wasn't just talking about fighting with my mom, but I think like fighting with himself, like over like the anger. Because I
Like
think
he was
that's what it
just
was.
angry.
Yeah, I think that's definitely what it was. He was just very angry, and that was his like way to take it out. Because that's how he was raised. That shit just sticks with you.
Yeah.
But at a certain time, he just very much like very much calmed down. It was almost like a switch. It wasn't gradual. It was like
One day it was just like, that's
one day
it.
it's like that's it. Yeah. And I remember like a string of events happened after that. Like one of them being they suggested like family therapy, and I don't know about my brothers, but I was very much against it because I was like, "What are you talking about? Like I don't want to talk about this stuff to a stranger,"
Right.
and like just like everything in my head that I had told myself about therapy, I was like, "Oh, that shit! Like you don't need that. Like it's just like, why are you gonna pay someone to tell your shit to? You know what I mean?" I was just
Right.
like very against therapy, and I was only like damn near like 13 or 14, and I was already I can't even imagine being 13 right now and like having those thoughts, basically. Like, why was I so against therapy? Like, what did
Right.
I even see? Like, what movie did I watch? Why was I so influenced and thinking like that was such a bad thing?
Right.
But I think just because like my parents never talked to us about therapy because they never went to therapy, it was just like such a new, almost like had a stigma to it. Like I didn't
Right.
want people to know that we were going to therapy basically.
Right. You would think like, oh, people are gonna think we're problematic or
Exactly.
whatever. Yeah.
Right. And now I definitely feel a lot more open about having these conversations. Not even like 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, I was not trying to talk about like my family's issues or whatever. But what's it called? Fuck. But now I'm much more open to it because I'm able to see my parents as people and like them being individuals and understanding that, oh shit, like they met up at such a young age and made a lot of stupid decisions and aren't even the same people anymore. Like the way they describe my dad to us is like a whole different person. This man was riding like Cadillacs, like racing shit. He had a gun. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck exactly? And it's like, who? Like this man right here? Like this man could never. And
Aw.
I heard that my dad cried when he saw that I got my tattoos. He was like, "Damn, I didn't think he didn't think
No
I would
way.
do it." He's like, Jonathan and Pedro, like when they got it, he was mad. No, he didn't talk to my brothers for a minute, but he was mad, but he
But he
wasn't like,
cried.
but he cried for me because I was like, I've always just been the outsider of the family a little bit.
That's why the other day you were in we we went to when we went to your brother's kickback, I guess it was. You were inside and you were like rolling up, right? And they were both outside. They looked at you through the mirror, through the glass. And then they both looked at like Jacob and I, and they're like, who would have fucking thought? And they were looking at each other like, who would have thought? And then one of them turned and was like, this is all your fault. I was like,
Oh,
what?
shit.
How? But I get you, like that. Even from like how they reacted and stuff, like they wouldn't have expected you to, I guess,
To been the smoker.
to be the
right?
smoker, to get tattoos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they've
get you.
definitely have always seen me in like a certain light. And so
dude,
I
not the
mean
Yu-Gi-Oh kid. Stop.
oh shit. Dude, that game back in the day, come on. I was on that shit for like 2 years straight.
I'm dead.
The kid I used to play with, my neighbor, he's my plug now.
Oh, nice. Who would have thunk it from him
Yeah,
too?
right? But anyways, so yeah, so like I've always just been I forgot how I even went on to that little tangent. Oh, my dad cried.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when he found out I saw my tattoos, apparently he told my mom later and like cried about it.
Oh.
Just because I don't know why. I mean, they just always see me like that. But I don't know.
But I also think it's like you didn't just show up with a little tattoo. You showed up with 2 whole sleeves. Dude, I'm sure it was a lot. It was very overwhelming for him.
No, he stole my first one when it was like halfway done.
I feel like that's still a little much.
Yeah, it is a lot. Not gonna lie.
So.
Yeah. Anytime I forget who I was talking to. I was like, oh, you have a shit ton of tattoos because they had like 6 or 7, but like small ones randomly. And they're like, dude, what do you mean you have like 2 full sleeves? I was like, oh shit.
I guess because you see it as like one thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Definitely 2 pieces to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, my dad's gonna have a heart attack when he finds out. Like, because eventually I want to get my back tatted, and I can't have like my back and my arms done, and not get my ribs and my chest and my abdomen done.
Oh, you're gonna show up looking like Pete Davidson and you're gonna give him a heart attack. Oh my god. Nice.
But yeah. And so I think it was. I wonder how he felt when I went to Guatemala to meet my grandma for the first time in like fucking 24, 23 years, and like covered in tattoos and shit.
Do you think your dad thought you're gonna give my mom a heart attack?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Did she have a
Yeah.
heart attack though?
No, but she said she wanted to cut it off. She's like with the knife, would just go like cut the
Oh.
top layer off.
Yeah, just cut both of them off. Both arms. Just gone.
Well, I didn't. I only had like this one done when I went over there for the first
Oh,
time, or the
okay.
inside. All this I still had left to do, but yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
I'm trying to get like my neck tatted, dude. To be honest, like the sides.
Ooh. I kind of want to get my neck tatted, but I'm not
That'd
there
be,
yet.
That'd be cool.
I think it would be cool.
Did you get
I
your
know-
hands?
I would get my hands before my neck.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's later down the line. But I've seen this one girl, and it was kind of badass. And she had a lamb tattooed on like a lamb's head on the side of her neck.
That's
but it was
cool.
like big as fuck, and it was very detailed. It was cool.
That's cool. What would you get? Do you know?
I don't really know.
For it to
I
be
want
a
something
neck
sick
tattoo?
though,
Yeah, definitely.
like something hard ass. Definitely.
Fuck you.
What the fuck? No. What about you?
I have no idea, and that's why like my neck is probably gonna be one of the last places. That's honestly why I haven't gotten my hands done yet. Cause I want to get my hands done, but I don't know what.
You need like cool like 2-word knuckle tats, like something hard
Dude,
ass.
I would want my knuckles tatted too.
Fuck off, like that.
With the exclamation point for the last one. How'd your parents react to your tattoos?
Dude, we went over this. They knew. My dad took me to my
Oh
first
yeah,
one.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They my mom wasn't too hot, but she was in the know. So she knew about them. She knew I was going to get it. So it's fine. But recently when I went to go see them, I think it was for like Father's Day. I went over there and both of my sisters were there and they got tattoos too. They both have one. And my older sister's is very small. It's like literally, you can't even fucking see it. And then my other sister, it's like decently sized. But my mom looked at me and she was like, have you gotten any new ones or whatever? And I was just like, no, like I've just been saving up my money. Like it's not something I'm going to like spend money on right now. And she was like, good. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Whatever.
It's because you were the influence. That's why you were the first
I
one.
literally mentioned that right as we were having that conversation. I was like, "Oh, I like how everyone else, like all my cousins and stuff, and like my sisters, like everyone has tattoos now. But like, oh, I'm the fucking bad guy because I got them first. I was the ganguera. I was the low life and all that shit. And like now everyone else has tattoos and piercings, and I'm the fucking bad guy." Don't worry about me. I'm doing okay? But
I'm chilling.
I'm chilling.
Damn, when you come home with your neck tattooed, fuck, your mom's gonna beat your ass.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so because I feel like at that point when I get my neck tatted, I'll have both my arms done. So it won't be as much of a shock. So we'll see.
I've been itching, man. Fucking tattoo guy has to.
Oh,
Let's
so my
hurry it up.
tattoo guy hit me back on my sister's
Oh, shit.
birthday, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like sorry for the late response," and I was like, "Oh no, it's cool." But I had texted him days before, hopefully in hopes of having the tattoo done for the next day. But it'd been a couple days, so he had a couple days to respond, so I would know. But when he texted, I was like, "Oh, it's for tomorrow." I was like, "But it's cool if you can't because I get it. Like you just saw this and texted back." And yeah, he texted back. He's like, "Sorry, I can't do it." So it was fine. But
Did you reschedule?
no, because I'd have to see like my sister's availability so they could come and stuff like that. So I'm like,
Oh, because you
sweating.
guys are trying to get like a matching one.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I thought it would be fun for my sister's birthday, but still, I mean, we could still do it. So
They still want me to. My brothers still want me to get like the G5 they have on the behind their ear.
that's some ganguero shit. Stop. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is that? You're gonna get stopped. Maybe that's why your car got fucked up. They
Maybe.
think you're part of a gang.
That was something I was definitely worried about. As I got my tattoos, because I was biking a lot when I got them, and just like biking around the neighborhood, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I can like really keep this up any much longer because now I have both of them done, and I don't know. I don't necessarily dress a certain way for them to think that of me.
Right.
But
But you just never know with people
nah,
and
they're
stuff,
fucking
so
stupid and just
yeah.
like do shit for literally no reason. But
I just feel like sometimes they're just so angry. Like the people
that's
that
what I'm
post up,
saying, bro.
yeah, like the people that post up right outside here and they're from the next block. They come here and they drink. For the most part, they're chill. But like at some points, they just get up and like start like throwing bottles and stuff,
Yeah,
and
look at my fucking car. Like that's what they do.
they do shit like that. And like one car with like tinted windows drives by, like they throw. I the other day, I think it was 4th of July. I like saw them throw their entire phones to this car, like broke it. And also the fire hydrant was going off, so it was like flooded. And I'm just like, you just threw your phone, broke it, and it fell into the water. Like literally for what? He went and he picked it back up. I'm like, it doesn't work. What are you expecting? But I just feel like sometimes they're just so angry.
I think that's what it is, honestly. I mean, I'm sure there's like if you go deep into it and like look at like
Oh,
when they
yeah.
got into it and all that shit, there's a lot of reason why they're doing it, but
Right.
a lot of it definitely is like suppressed anger because
Mm-hmm.
you can't be you can't do that if you're genuinely in a good mood or having a good day.
Right. And then also, I think you just sometimes have to, I guess if you're in like spaces like that, you have to perform for your boys because everyone's tough and everyone's like, ugh. And if you're not angry, why? You know? It's just like they have to do it.
Oh shit, when I was fucking leaving for 4th of July, I got flagged down right there on the block.
No way.
I was like, dude, I'm just like, what do you see at this car and you feel
Maybe
like
he
the
had
need
because
to?
of the tinted windows.
But my front windshield isn't tinted.
Oh.
And he was hanging out. He's like, dude's damn near like 35. Like, bro.
Dude, I think when they're like really old like that, I think it's embarrassing.
To be
You know.
honest, bro, like you're still doing all that. Like you're still being so extra. Like, stop. It's not even
Bro.
worth it.
Like go to sleep. You have to work tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Hey, the lights are back on. What should we do?
I'm gonna just turn off the lights. To be honest.
Okay. All right. So lights came back on, but we're still gonna continue how we are. But did we finish that thought?
Yeah.
All right. We can get into some Discord questions now. We're trying to give you guys a little longer episode because it's the 50th and we're super excited. Let's see. So, preguntas. This one is from... I'm going to ask next time. Sile Man. What would your soccer name be?
Oh man.
I don't even know what that means. I don't watch soccer.
You know how like Chicharito.
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff like
Okay.
That,
I don't know.
I mean, my nicknames growing up, Güero, Seco.
Dude, yours has to be Seco. Stop. Stop. It's good. It's good.
I like that one.
I don't know what mine would be. I don't have any nicknames, but I always say that I always want a nickname. Like, I want something sick. But, like, because my nickname's technically already Jackie, I can't have, like, another one. But, like, I want another one. And I always tell Jacob, because, like, they meet new people, and then they give them nicknames, and they stick. Like, Ryan, like... And I call them all by their name, because... I sometimes feel awkward calling them by their nicknames. Like Ryan, we call him Rye Bread. Or like Julius, his name isn't even Julius, it's Nick. So it's like, it's Nick. And Julius is just his like artist name. But like everyone just calls him that now.
But his last name is his last name.
Dolls?
Yeah.
No. It's
What the
like,
fuck?
it's Gressons.
I like his name though. I've always liked that name,
It's
Julius
very,
Dolls.
yeah, it's very artistic. I love it.
You
The
guys should check him
Dollhouse.
out, by the way. He makes music.
Yeah,
Really good.
pretty sick music. Chicago, awesome. But everyone has like super sick names, but I want one. So we'll see. Maybe if you guys give me one, well, I'm gonna take suggestions. Second question from them: have you ever downed the whole cup of wine at church? If not, would you? I've never drank. I've never drank the wine.
I was gonna say that too. I've only ever eaten the bread.
Yeah, I don't. I think when I was a kid, they would still do the wine, and then eventually they stopped. And I don't know if it was because they switched the padre, but he wouldn't do the communion wine. But I always wanted a little sip to see what it tastes like. Like, is it really like wine, or what is it? What does it taste like? I don't even know. But would I? For the TikTok, I would. Fuck it.
Like a little wine.
But like, would you do it while you're up there? This is what I'm saying. Which I wonder if this is what the question is asking. That's why I said for the TikTok, I would. I'd be like, fuck it. And then I
Dude,
wouldn't be able to go back.
We gotta go to church Sunday.
We'd have to go to a church that we've never been to because we can't go back. Okay, this next question is from Jennifer. Do you guys have any phobias? Also, congrats on 50 episodes. Thank you. I wouldn't say any like terrible phobias. If anything, the dark. I hate the dark. Like, I'll throw up. Which is why I also don't want to go to the bathroom because, well, I guess now that the lights are on, but I was super scared.
Mine would have to be being stuck. That's definitely a phobia of mine. I like being stuck in either a tight space, like fucking spelunking.
Spelunking.
Yeah,
Dude, did
like
you
that
check out
shit.
what I told you to check out? They're called the Hellhole Caves.
You know what's funny? I've seen that thumbnail pop up so many times, but I've never wanted to click on it.
Bro, it's so much.
Yeah,
You'll like
just
it
being
though.
just being stuck
Maybe
in
not.
general though. That's like what.
Okay, let's see. Second question of Jennifer's. What actor would play you if they made a movie about you?
I don't have my phone on me. You're gonna have to like search up his name.
Oh, well,
This
who is
is,
he dating again?
I don't even know. to be
No.
honest.
Zoe Kravitz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Dating. Let's see. Oh, she's dating someone else now, but the guy that we're looking for is Carl Glussman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only because people say that I look like him.
right. Dude, yeah.
How about you?
Like you would either have him or Pete Davidson. And if you had your back and your neck, it'd have to be Pete Davidson. Stopped.
CP Davidson has to play a very, I don't know, like subtle character, I guess.
You have
He's
to play
not
it
very
chill.
subtle, yeah.
You'll make your life look interesting.
I enjoy
Let's
that.
see.
Or Daniel Radcliffe.
You just had to throw an idol out there. I don't know who I would have play me. I remember seeing a comment on a TikTok live saying that I look like this one actress from a Disney show, but I forgot her name and I was trying to look her up. But her. But oh, you know what? I can envision her face, but I wouldn't know what show she's in. But I don't know.
Are we going by lookalikes here? Or are we going by like what are we
People
going
that you
off of?
like, or like people that you think would portray you very well.
Right.
I mean, you can if you want. I kind of went off lookalikes because I like it when the people actually look like the characters, you know?
But is there an actor or actress that you
Feel like
Like-
embodies me.
yeah.
I feel like I've never really related to, oh, you know who? And I know I've talked about this before, but Sandra Oh, who played Christina in Grey's. I think her personality is it's very strong-willed. It's or like the character that she played in the show was very determined, very like set in her word. And it was very admirable, like to this day, one of my favorite characters. So maybe her, in a way of like her embodying me.
It's a good pick. Good pick.
Let's see. This one is from Eddie. What's something you're scared to do but want to do it anyways?
I want to fight someone, like competitively.
Oh, I'm like, oh, you want to fight? Let's go outside right now. I'll get one of the guys from the block.
No, like competitively, I want to fight someone. I'm scared to get knocked out because at one moment you're there, and then when you wake up, it's a whole. That's really scary. But I'd like to fight someone.
Yeah, I would see. I see a lot of fights on TV just because I grew up my dad watching fights and then my boyfriend watches fights. But it's very entertaining to watch, but the punches don't look that weak or they don't look that strong. And then when you look at the slow-mos, fuck, dude, like they're putting all their all into this
Yeah.
punch. And then you
Yeah.
can literally see the fucking skin swipe off their rib cage. Like, fuck, that looks painful. So,
It's just so fucking quick that you just don't even realize that there's that much force behind it.
right. I would say skydiving. When I told you that I would be down to do it, I'm like mortified, but I would want to do it. You know, I'd be like, fuck it. For the one time.
Oh, I thought you were admitting that you lied to me.
Oh, no.
Remember, because didn't I ask you if you wanted to go skydiving? I'm
and I
trying to go
said
for my
yes.
birthday. Right.
Yeah. But like, I am scared of it, but I want to do it. Let's see. This next question says, when was the last time you tried something new? Mine was like 2-3 weeks ago. I made this new dish. It didn't come out as planned, but at least I tried it.
Well, what's it?
It was, I did the TikTok live and everyone was like, how's it looking? And I'm like, I don't have a lot of the ingredients and I'm subbing a lot of stuff. So it's probably not going to be the best. It was like biscuit, like with biscuits, it was like a mini pot pie. It was good though. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like the picture.
Dude, you gotta make that that apple crisp.
Oh, the
thing.
apple
Yeah.
crisp.
So good. That was really good. I think I started a new job. That was something new.
Nice. This next one is from Melita Mami. What is your most valuable possession, and for what would you trade it for if you had the option? I don't want to say this has like a whole lot of sentimental value, but it's definitely something that is like my most prized thing. If I didn't have it or lost it today, I think I would die. Would be my laptop. You
That's a
know,
good pick.
would I trade it for something? Probably a newer laptop, but no, like everything's on there ever since I got it 2015 when I started college. Everything's on there. So.
I'm glad you went with something like that. That wasn't sentimental because my answer was my car.
Oh.
But I was like, I don't know, getting around right now. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
it'd be tough. What would you trade it in for?
A newer car? Yeah, definitely.
Okay, this next one is from... Let's see. This next one is from VinXO. What's the most inexplicable thing that's ever happened to you? Oh, wow. I would probably have to say that dream thing earlier with the girl who reached out, my friend. Because, like, how do I explain that? I can't.
Let me think about this one for a second. I couldn't think of anything for this one earlier, too.
Your car. And you don't know what happened to it.
You're hilarious. I don't know. I mean, I'm just like stuck right now, to be honest.
Let's just go with that answer.
Yeah, we'll go with the car.
This next one is from Alberto. Have any of you guys ever had an ingrown toenail?
I don't probably, most likely. Yeah.
I've had one. Very painful. And I know you're supposed to go to the doctor for it, but I did not. I dug it out myself.
Ooh.
That bitch hurt. But this one is from Rodrigo. What is the worst pain you've experienced? Is this a sentimental pain or a physical pain?
I was gonna go with physical.
Oh, okay, me too.
Yeah. Dude, I'd have to say that dog bite. Like that shit
Oh,
fucking hurt and
really?
it stung afterwards too. Yeah.
The rabies really got to you. I would have to say mine is when I broke my foot. We were moving. Oh, and the material that the table was made out of, I remembered because before I couldn't remember the tree or the wood it was made out of, but it was mesquite. Just some like heavy ass, like dense wood. My dad brought it from Mexico. He had it made over there and he brought it over. And that bitch it was 3 pieces. It was 2 like huge trunk legs and then the really heavy tabletop. And we were moving some stuff into the house, and we were moving that. And see, this is the thing that gets me. And I told this to my dad on Father's Day because he wanted me to help him move the grill. And I was like, you could ask everyone else. Why would you ask me? I'm like the one that weighs the least. I have zero muscle. Like, I can't lift shit. And you're always asking me to do stuff. But yeah, that time he asked me to help him move the table, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And it fell on my foot and it shattered. And yeah. And he was like, "You're fine, it's just swollen." And I'm like crying because it hurt so bad. I was a junior in high school, but
What does that even feel like?
it hurt like fuck. It's something I've never experienced before, like intense pain like that. My body went into like shock. So I had to like sit there for a second, like, what the fuck? But my dad was like, no, it's just swollen. And then I was like, okay, my dad knows what's best for me, you know? So I would ice it, whatever. And then the next week I told him, I'm like, no, this bitch really hurts. Like, I think I gotta go to the doctor. And he was like, fine, we'll take you. So I went to the doctor and he was like, oh, like, it's definitely broken. And he's like, oh, did this just happen like this morning? And I was like, no, it happened a week ago. And he was like, what the fuck? He was going to call child services. But
Because at that point it was probably purple and just like fat as fuck.
No, it was terrible. But
like a little torta.
Ew. Anyways, this next one is from Juanito. What would you do from morning to night if you had one more day to live?
Oh man, this is such a tough question because I don't know if I would want to just make it very eventful.
Mm-hmm. Or do absolutely nothing.
Exactly. And just like prepare for that. Like fuck it, I'm just like getting ready for it and that's it. How about you?
I think I would want to do, this depends on like where I am. And what I do at the time, because let's say it was tomorrow and I couldn't really do much like travel outside or like go somewhere I would want to go and I'd have to be here. I think I would go home and spend time with my family and
That's
then
a good
just
answer.
have a good dinner and then just be with them. You know? Mm-hmm. Or if I was here and I wasn't able to go to my parents, I think I would just take a walk, go to the park, again, have some good food and just wait.
Fuck. I'd want to do some shrooms.
Okay, yeah. If you have a plug that can get you some DMT?
I wonder if like let's say you did the team. Oh my god. Let's say this is like 12 to 12, right? Like that was your last day, and at 11:58, you do DMT and you're tripping. Do you stay in that trip, or do you enter like a whole different fucking trip?
Try it out.
Would you record an episode for the pod?
On your last fucking living breath.
I would. I definitely would.
You would. Fuck it.
That'd be my will. Yeah. I'm not much of a writer, but I could talk.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I like that one. All right. We got to go through these quick now because, bitch, I'm sweating. Okay. Ooh, hold on. I've been waiting for this second question. Juanito, his second question said, he asked, what is your favorite Nicki verse? Barb's emoji times 3.
Dude, Roman's Revenge? Come on.
Shut
the first verse. The second verse was decent.
What, the one featuring Lil Wayne or the one featuring Eminem?
Well, the verse is the same. The first one?
Oh, so you're talking about Nicki's verse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get you. But which one do you think is a better remix?
Oh, dude, Eminem. Like the aggressiveness of the song.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Like, he embodies like anger so well. Like just that angst and that anger. Lil Wayne could, but like you're not about that.
Well, I don't know if he can. I don't like when it was a song that like Steady Mobbin', maybe.
Yeah, but that's more like. I don't know. It's not like Eminem. Like Eminem's trajectory, he just has this rage, and it's just very powerful. So I think that was a good choice for the song. Mine would have to be the monster, the
Dude,
MonsterVerse.
fuck.
Like, stop. That one, I feel like I like Roman's Revenge, but I feel like Monster really has that like oomph, that anger, that monster
Yeah.
voice, you know? So good.
She really got into character for that one.
I like it when she really gets into character. I think that's the thing that sets her apart. That's what I feel like has followed her for this entire time. Like, who can embody something like that? Because, I mean, like, you could say people like Lady Gaga, you could say, like, whatever, but, like, she's a
different,
rapper.
right? It's like the whole different personality just comes out,
Right,
and it's
right.
not just Nicki anymore.
So good. It's Roman. Okay, so Jackie asked, what are some of y'all's pet peeves?
Dude, I can't stand when like my shit is moved around, like whether it's on my in my rooms or my phone. And like the reason for the phone is because I have my phone set up in such a way where like if someone opens your phone, right, and they move apps or like they take pictures or whatever it is, right, they're just like doing shit on your phone, like that just annoys me because my phone is just set up in such a way that works for me the best. And so I don't know. I just can't stand when people like touch my shit, basically.
I think my biggest pet peeve is people cracking their bones. I hate it. I think it's disgusting. I hate the sound. So whenever you crack your
Fuck, I
neck
do that
on
a
the
lot.
mic, I'm just like I want to throw up. And like my boyfriend cracks his toes consistently. Like, you know how you crack? Okay, I'll give you a pass for one good crack. But when you do it like every 10 minutes, bro, I want to die. But okay, let's see. I think that was the last one. That was definitely the last question. That was a good one. I like this round.
Me too. Well, shit. 50 episodes.
50 episodes.
Any other announcements? I don't think so, right? At the moment.
Not for right now. We are going to be getting ready for the year that's going to come at the end of the month. So we're super excited. Also, that same day, July 31st, is going to be our girl Dawn's birthday. So we're going to remember to wish her a happy birthday and stuff. But thanks, guys, for being here. We appreciate you guys. It's been 50 episodes, and it's just surreal, you know?
Truly. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.